Hey, everybody.
First
It's happening.
show.
It's happening.
Finally.
Hey, listen, this is the very, very first show of...
We don't have a name yet.
Yeah, it's true. We had a name until 5 minutes ago, and then
Well, here's the thing,
Elijah
man.
wanted to change it.
You can't ask me if I'm okay with the name. Even though I gave you that name, if you ask me again in the future, I'm going to change it. So what you should have done is just say, all right, that's what we're going with. That's it. So we're thinking of just changing it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens after this show. This might be our first and only show. You never know.
Never come back.
Yeah,
that's true. Tomorrow's not promised.
So. Yes.
So in this show, hey, we're gonna. Well, first of all, we should introduce ourselves. My name is Pete, and
I am E. Also known as Tread.
Also,
for those of you that know me, treading lightly, baby.
Yes. So we each kind of have our own platforms. Elijah or E kind of does Twitch, a little bit of YouTube, a little bit of TikTok now. Little bit of TikTok now.
Here's the thing with TikTok. All I'm doing on TikTok is uploading my clips from my Twitch channel that people clip. So that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing any videos with my cats or videos on, cooking anything or jumping around off my roof and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm not doing that. All right. So if you're interested in, the TikTok channel, I'll give you all that, and he'll give you all his stuff at the end of the show.
Yes. So
that means you have to stay to the end to figure out, where we're at on social media.
It's true. So you kind of do treading lightly. I kind of do design and I guess the Pete Perspective, which is a YouTube channel, just talks about branding and stuff. But this channel, what we're gonna do here is just talk about games, entertainment, news, and how would you describe it?
All types of stuff, man. And it's not the thing I'm going to try to do with this channel is I'm going to try to be a little professional. I'm still going to be myself. Yes. So if I say something that you don't like,
too bad.
Yeah. I'm going to try not to though. I'm going to try to,
it's the best we can
keep that for treading lightly and for all my other social media stuff. But this one right here, I'm going to try my hardest to just take a little bit of E out of the equation.
There's no E in team. Damn it.
Something like
there's
that.
There's E there. Yeah. So yes, I wasn't sure if we had any sound effects, but we do, folks. We do. We've got some really good stories to cover with you guys. We want to jump in, talk about it. We're tired of talking about ourselves. And yeah. Welcome.
Well, first
this
of
is
all,
it.
All right, and I keep saying first. I'm like Charles Barkley. He says first of all after everything he says. He's like first of all.
Do you have?
So
I have a thing too that I always say.
All right, so what I want to tell you guys, if you haven't noticed already, this lighting is not the best. All right, so I want to prepare you, but
it's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better with time. All right, just give me some time. I've only had 2 years on Twitch, which I should be an expert on green screen lighting, but still, I'm trying to work with the space I have. I'm trying to work with the equipment I have. So please, let me apologize and please forgive me for the poor lighting. All right.
Well, I think it's awesome.
I appreciate it.
I think it's great. When you sent this to me last night, I was like floored. I actually woke my wife Emily was falling asleep, and I woke her up, and I was like, "You got to see this." She's like, "Oh, it's so cool." So I think to you, it's probably like you're your harshest critic. But yes, that's us. That's about the show, and now we want to cover some very. I just slammed on the table. I'm sorry, I got very passionate.
It happens.
We want to cover some very important topics, and you are gonna take it away with your first one. I want to hear what you brought to the table, literally to the table.
I did bring some stuff
because we are on a plastic table.
I'm actually trying to do this, news style.
Yeah,
with the paperwork.
Breaking news.
Yes. So, man, this story has been done to death, but I haven't done it yet. So, if you don't like it, go.
Hasn't been? It has.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, come on. This is There's a ton of gaming channels on YouTube. There's a ton of gaming websites, but I haven't done it yet. Peter doesn't know much about this. At least as far as I know, he doesn't know much about this.
I texted you about this one. I thought. No, we talked about it on
you texted me about the new Switch.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I saw this right after, which was very confusing.
Yes. So,
Valve.
Yeah. Well, Switch. Nintendo announced their new OLED screen handheld, which a lot of people
7-inch display.
Yeah, 7-inch display. And a lot of people were speculating that it was going to be 4K. This was going to be a 4K device.
Right.
Nintendo was going to come up and try to compete with Microsoft and Sony for power, which they really don't need to because they're selling a ton of consoles.
We got better than 4K.
Yeah, so
we got better than 4K OLED.
Oh man,
I'll tell you what though, it's the most unoriginal name ever. It's called the Switch OLED model.
Well,
there's no. Everyone was speculating that it was going to be the Switch Pro, right? The Switch Pro, which makes sense because it's like a,
but there's nothing pro about it. It has all the same internals. The only thing that's different is the OLED screen. That's it.
And it's 7-inch, and it comes in white.
The same Joy-Cons from the last gen. The same Joy-Con drift that Nintendo's fucking famous for. Excuse my language, but
so how does this? Because when I saw this, is it a coincidence that Nintendo announced the new Switch and then this comes out?
See, I don't think so.
So let's talk about this for a second.
I don't think it is. I think
this is not competing with that.
Well, yeah, it's competing with all the consoles. It's competing with all the Xboxes of the world, the PlayStations of the world, the Nintendo Switches of the world. It's competing with all of that.
Let's pull. Can we pull up a picture of this? Do you think there's something online? Let's pull up a picture of the Valve.
Picture of this.
What is it actually called? Just the Valve.
It's called the Steam Deck.
The Steam Deck. Okay.
Not to be confused with Stream Deck, which is
that's confusing.
That is Elgato's button stuff that they have on sale. So let me see if I can pull up a picture of this Steam Deck.
Yeah. So Valve is the manufacturer. It's called Steam Deck. Does this have
Steam Deck?
The irony, because he just said that. Not to be confused. Okay, Steam Deck.
Yeah. So this right here is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up here.
Absolutely.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
And there's 3 different models.
Very ergonomical.
Yeah.
Look at that. That looks like a Switch Pro.
It looks like a yes. It looks like a Switch. Is let's see. The Steam Deck comes with 64, 256, or 512 gigabytes of storage. Now, a lot of if I was to pre-order this, which I didn't, I would get the top version.
Okay.
Because
so there are multiple models.
Yes, there's multiple models. There's 64 gigabyte, there's a 256, and there's 512 gigabytes of storage. It has a 720p resolution, so this is not OLED.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. But you can play your PC games on the go.
Right. That's the biggest.
That's the biggest thing. That's the selling point right there.
720? Why not even 1080?
I don't know, man. You have to ask.
All right, Mr. Steam.
Yeah, Mr. Steam.
Mr. Steam. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. $399 for the 64 gig.
Yes.
$529 for 256 gigs. $649 for 512.
And the big thing is the faster storage. Now, the lower model doesn't have the faster storage, so games will not run as smooth as if you get the 512, the 529 version. Or the 649
What does
version.
Fast storage mean?
That means it'll process the game faster. So there's no lagging. I mean, I'm not really good. I'm ignorant when it comes to this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But like I said, I would have gotten the top end version. If I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna go top notch.
I agree.
So
$650 though, man. $650 for you think about that. You're comparing $650. That's like halfway towards a next big console, because that's not competing with Switch. Like Switch is like $300 maybe.
The new Switch is $350. So if you buy the lower end model of this Steam Deck, it's $50 more than the new Nintendo Switch. So you might as well just.
No, but you don't even have a 720 screen.
You're not a PC gamer. I just recently became a PC gamer.
True.
Okay,
it's the biggest X factor in this whole conversation. Yeah.
So when I play PC games, I have on my Steam, right? I have a whole bunch of games that I can pick to play. Games are cheaper. They have Steam sales every season. They have a spring sale. They have an autumn sale. They have a winter sale. So
autumn.
Yeah, you got all these games in your inventory, in your backlog that you haven't touched. Now, if you have this portable model, you take it to work. Hey, I haven't played.
Yeah, I gotta go use the bathroom quick.
I haven't played Super Meat Boy. I've been wanting to play it. Pop it in, download it. Everywhere has Wi-Fi now. I can go to the library. I can go to Walmart, McDonald's. Every place has Wi-Fi. So download the game quick, play it. So
that's it.
If I take my laptop, I'm not playing a game on my laptop.
Right.
Unless
actually there was a time, man. I remember you used to have the Alienware, you used to sit on your bed and like just.
You're bringing those you're bringing those days back, man.
You remember? You used to be an Alienware fanatic. Like that was your go-to.
I was definitely, and I shouldn't have been. My friends kept telling me, the money you spend on the Alienware, you could have a PC built for half of that. That'll have so much more power.
Right.
And I just kept buying pre-built PCs, pre-built laptops, and it's pathetic. Looking back on it now, I spent too much money on that stuff.
Right.
And now I have a PC that I built. I have a laptop that is running our stream right now, or recording our stream rather.
You hear it,
and
it's just about dying.
Yeah. So, and this thing has got me through a lot. So,
Steam Deck. So this is Steam is like a game playing platform.
Yes.
Right. So this is associated with that.
Yes.
Right. So this is like their version of.
Yes, they have their own software that they're going to be putting into this console.
Wonderful.
They are also, this can run Windows. So another plus side on this is that if you install Windows on it, they have something called Microsoft has something called what is it? It's Microsoft xCloud. You can play your Xbox games on the Steam machine.
Yep.
So Nintendo, this console is selling out.
Right.
And scalpers are already putting them on eBay for ridiculous amounts. And the same with this. This only took a $5 deposit.
Yeah.
But people are already selling their pre-orders for thousands of dollars. I think the most I saw on eBay was $2,500.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
But eBay has shut those sales down.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. It's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to the days where you had to wait in a line out in the cold?
Oh man, I
know. It's just anyway. All right, that's exciting.
You guys already know everything about this topic, so I'm not gonna bore you anymore with this Steam Deck rather. This is stupid name, but whatever.
Steam. Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's a good call. I think it's necessary because if you think about it, there is no actual portable computer gaming, right? I mean, is that fair to say?
There might be some third party. There are some third party ones, yeah.
Right, but like mainstream, there might not be.
I don't think so.
So this is that, and the buttons on the back, right there.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, that looks sick.
It looks really nice.
So are those touchpads? Like you have
it's like a mouse.
Like a mouse.
It's like a mouse on both sides. So if you're left-handed, if you use a left-hand mouse, that has your.
If you're left-hand,
right there.
Right hand.
Yeah, that's it. You have it. You have it. So
excuse me. Hey, so I want to jump in on something. We'll kind of toggle back and forth here, but I wanted to ask you if you've seen Loki.
No.
You haven't seen Loki?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So Loki just wrapped up season finale. And it actually had a lot. It kind of branched. That's funny. It branched out and kind of opened up the MCU a lot.
Okay.
So we had WandaVision was the first show, and then it went into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then we got Loki. So those are the kind of the three Marvel things that we've gotten so far, and then What If is coming up. But yeah, Loki opened up the MCU a ton, and is worth seeing. I think out of all of those, Loki is the one that you want to watch because it's going to give context to the upcoming movies and stuff. So you have Disney Plus, right?
No.
Damn.
If I did have Disney Plus, I probably would have watched Loki, but no, I don't have it.
You can torrent it online.
That's a. He didn't just say that. Everybody, that's illegal. Don't do that. Don't do that stuff. All right, don't do that.
I actually have Disney Plus.
I don't know how much Disney Plus is now. Is it still $4.99 or did they raise the prices?
I don't know. It's a good question. We have a family plan. So
okay,
is that illegal too? Because I don't want to say.
I don't know. I don't know if it does.
Plan.
I don't know if it is with Disney. I know Netflix allows it.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it introduces a pretty significant character, a significant villain. I won't give it away. If you haven't seen Loki yet, it's worth checking out. It's crucial to the entire Phase 4 of MCU, and so don't miss that. Also, I saw that Tom Hiddleston, I think it's his name, said that he would be willing to play Loki actually for the rest of his life if he could.
Okay,
which is rare to me because I think when you see a lot of those superhero actors, like they kind of know that it's a season of their life that they are willing to play that character, but then they'll give it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, in his case, he doesn't really have to stay. I don't want to say he's not in shape, but he doesn't have to stay in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
Like a Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. Right. He needed to just work out all
the time.
Thor, he's still, what's his name?
Yeah.
Who's Thor's name? What's his actor's name?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, yeah. So he had to, work out insane,
right,
to stay that character,
right. So what's interesting is that through the show of Loki, though, like there's a way that he could potentially just like keep going. Obviously, Loki dies in
Endgame,
at the very beginning of Endgame, and that's his true death. That's technically his true death. But through the show of Loki, it's like they could just make it go on longer for sure. And actually, I think I saw officially that season 2 of Loki got confirmed, which I don't think their plan originally was to make multiple seasons of these shows. I think they wanted to do like once and done. Here's a series of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Here's a series of WandaVision. Here's a series of Loki, and that's it. But Loki actually got so much views and stuff, like traffic, that I think they renewed it for a second season. And they also released all the shows on Friday and they moved it to Wednesday and it blew up. So people clearly have more time on Wednesdays. Like people are more desiring to watch a show on a Wednesday versus a Friday.
Well, yeah. Why do you think that is? I think because Friday's the day people want to go out.
Yeah.
And now that COVID's, a lot of the stuff is lifted. People are going out. They don't want to sit down and watch a TV show. So
on a Friday night.
A Friday night.
Yeah. So Disney, I think, said that they're moving all of their releases. So Mandalorian was Friday, WandaVision was Friday. All of that stuff was on Fridays, and they're moving that now to Wednesdays just because I think people are willing to be sitting on it. It's the middle of the week. So you just want to like sit down, relax, and do something to break it up. So yeah, I'm excited about the future of the MCU Phase 4, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
I went to go see
Black Widow. Really?
Black Widow. Yeah, I went to go see Black Widow.
You told me that, yeah.
And there was a trailer for Shang-Chi. I thought that was going to be a TV show, but it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's what makes me think that is these TV shows on HBO, on Disney Plus, they have a huge budget.
It's crazy.
It's insane. The stuff you see on television shows now it's like the movies, man. It's crazy.
And you know what's crazy too is that, like, if you think about it, okay, so there's like 8 episodes of Loki. They're each about 45 minutes long. Like 2 or 3 of those episodes is a full movie, or not even 2 episodes is like a full movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you take that, you multiply it by a full show, and it's more expensive most of the time. You know what I mean? Like you're presenting it to, I don't know, not necessarily a smaller audience, because you have a very focused audience. Like people who have Disney Plus very likely would like to watch Loki. As opposed to putting it into the movie theaters, where if they just did a movie, for instance, like a Loki origin story, that's getting put out to everybody, and it's just like whoever's interested in this, watch it. But like if I release it on Disney Plus, it's a very focused demographic of people that are already potentially interested. So Yeah.
So yeah,
Loki.
like I said, the same Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No.
Shang-Chi.
I started the the side conversation on that one. So yeah, I watched the trailer and
What'd you think of it?
It doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad.
You love, I think though too, like you have a special place in your heart for like Asian, like historic, just culture, anything like I don't know. You used to love like what is it, Ip Man?
Oh
You love
yeah.
all those movies and like
Thing
Japanese,
is, man, with these
Asian.
with these trailers, man, I can watch a trailer and
See the whole movie.
Yeah, nowadays you see the whole damn movie.
Mm.
For example, a trailer that I saw when I went to go see A Quiet Place 2. I went to go see A Quiet Place 2 and Escape Room, the final movie maybe.
Escape Room
Tournament.
12.
It's called Tournament of Champions. It's exactly what it's called.
It's
Escape Room
wow.
Tournament of Champions.
Why did you watch that?
Okay, no. This is just a trailer.
Oh, I thought you went to see that.
Okay,
oh.
The trailer basically told you the whole damn movie.
Yeah,
all right,
for sure.
Also, it's just a lot of these movies are not playing trailer music like they used to. They used to play really epic music. Now it's just we're gonna throw some hip hop and Shang-Chi.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true, and he's like, I hear you.
It's terrible. I don't like it. I don't like it.
They're trying, it's like appealing to like Gen Z maybe or something like. It's like let's just throw a trap song.
It's terrible.
It's like a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's the G.I. Joe. I know exactly what you're talking about. G.I. Joe. That's the music they play.
Yeah.
I'm on a new level. That's the movie
I'm on a little bit.
That will take me completely out of a trailer. The King Kong versus Godzilla, they played some hip hop music.
Did they?
Yes.
Okay, so I will tell you what is it? Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer played what song was it? The Fleur de Lis or the one that goes never mind. I forgot the song.
Sorry.
It's just a beautiful like piano song.
Okay.
And I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just so it's sad to see that the next movie, because it was King of the Monsters and then Kong versus Godzilla. So the next movie they played into the whole hip hop thing. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with hip hop. It's
ridiculous.
It's just whatever. James Gandolfini. Gandolfini.
Now, have you ever seen Sopranos?
No.
Oh, man.
No. I hear you talk. You've talked about it before. I need to watch it.
Man,
yes. So good.
In my opinion, the best show ever.
Yeah.
In the history of shows.
Damn.
I did not watch it when it came out. I didn't have HBO.
Right.
I heard how good the show was. I knew how it ended because people were talking about it, and I hadn't watched it since I hadn't watched it when it came out. So years passed by, and I'm not gonna say, "Oh, that's a spoiler." I don't want to hear that. I had so much time between the season finale to watch the show.
There's no spoilers.
Yeah. So anyway, there is a podcast called Talking Sopranos. That's what it's called. It's
and just talk about the show.
Yeah, they go episode by episode. And I listened to it, and then I just got tired of it, so I stopped listening to it. Yeah, it is a good podcast though.
Is it behind the scenes?
Yeah, they go episode to episode, and they'll tell you what they were thinking when they were filming this, what they thought the characters, stuff like that. Yep. So Ricky Gervais was on the show, and he was the executive producer of the American version and also the British version of The Office. He was the star of the British version of The Office also. Right. So he went on, and
he was the exec producer on the American version?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that.
Yes.
I watched through The Office twice, all the way through.
I continue to watch episodes on Comedy Central because they just play it all day, all week, and then I get the Eastern feed, and then after that switches show, I go to the Western feed, and I start watching it over again. Yeah. Gosh. So, so James. James Gandolfini was supposed to replace Michael Scott.
Get the heck out of here. So,
and here's the thing, man, you don't know how he is in the show The Sopranos. So he was so good in that show. I need you to watch that show, man.
So,
I need you to watch that show.
When you say replace, though, are you saying literally Steve Carell's doesn't play that role, or you're saying because there's a portion of The Office where Steve Carell steps out?
Yes, he was supposed to replace him.
Okay,
all right. So then they ended up going with James Spader.
Yeah. Yep.
It was Will Ferrell first.
Will Ferrell, and
then James Spader came in, and
I think there was like one other like random person, like
they had
Jim Carrey or something.
Well, no, yeah, that's when they had the interviews. They had the interviews of people come in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Jim Carrey was in there, and a whole bunch of people that have shows on NBC. Look at that! Wow, that's what happens, man.
I was like, I think that's slipping.
Test run, baby.
Yeah, there we go.
So. Yeah.
So $4 million.
Yeah.
$4 million.
Yeah, they paid him $4 million
to not do it. Wow.
Which is insane.
I would love for you to pay me $4 million to not be here right now. It's like, hey,
give me fucking $5, man.
I hate you saying exactly. Hey, look, man, I really don't want to do this show with you. I'll just give you $5. Just stay home.
Man, it's a great show. I heard the story and I was like, man, I would have liked to see him in the office setting, because you see him as this gangster in The Sopranos, right, which he did phenomenal. He did a phenomenal job in that show. I can't praise him enough.
How many seasons are there?
I think there's 6.
Okay, so it's a lengthy.
Yeah, but it's a good show, man. It's a good show, and I think you'll be hooked after 1 episode, maybe 2.
Okay, it's on. I'm guessing HBO Max.
HBO Max.
So if you have HBO Max, you're gonna have to give me your password.
All right, you give me your Disney Plus, and you can switch, man.
Right. Yeah, I can give you my Disney Plus password. It's a family account.
So
just kidding. We would never do that because that's illegal.
Man, it's not illegal. Netflix does it.
Netflix.
Yes.
Mira Netflix. No, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's it. I mean, that's basically it. I just wanted to talk about this quick because I think he died in
spoiler alert.
2011?
Oh, you're talking in real life?
2014. I think he died and passed away in 2014.
That's sad.
And he was an incredible star of The Sopranos.
I wonder what kind of brought this to the forefront of news, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if someone just caught wind of it, or if it was just like something that happened.
Here's because those were 2 incredible shows. The Office was huge, and so was The Sopranos.
Right.
So when you get Ricky Gervais, who was an executive, the producer of that show, of The Office, come into this podcast talking Sopranos and say, oh, well, we offered it to James Gandolfini, and
that's crazy. Okay.
HBO wanted to preserve Tony Soprano, so they didn't want him to do this role. Right. So he's known just for being Tony Soprano.
Right. That's amazing that you would get paid to preserve just the integrity of your role. Because then when he goes back to play, like if he did it and then he went back to playing him, people would look at him differently.
But the show is over. I think the show ended in 2005.
This is after.
Yeah, this is after.
Wow.
So
what a boss. Yeah. Like getting $4 million after the fact, just so even then, if people went back and watched that show, they still would like view him like, dang, he's a badass.
Yeah, so he's not James Gandolfini from The Office. Right. He's still James Gandolfini from Sopranos.
Wow.
He's Tony Soprano, not whatever
$4 million. Literally just to preserve the amazing character that you portrayed.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
That's how it was.
Pretty much.
How it was.
Damn.
Side note, Steven Van Zandt, who is
Rob Van Dam's cousin?
Steven Van Zandt, not Rob Van Dam. Steven Van Zandt,
Ant-Man,
who is also in The Sopranos, who played the consigliere of the Sopranos family.
It's a nice name. A nice word.
He has a TV show, or it only had 3 seasons, but it's a great show on Netflix called Lilyhammer. If you haven't seen that show yet, please go watch that show also. If you haven't watched The Sopranos yet, shame on you. I'm pointing at you because you're one of those people who hasn't seen The Sopranos yet.
I don't have HBO Max.
But I promise you, you will enjoy the show.
So I will watch The Sopranos.
Okay.
Let's exchange exchange digits after this. And by digits I mean emails and passwords. And I'll watch The Sopranos.
All right.
So what if I told you there was a
what is this? What is this ESPN documentary?
Right, so we're actually
30 for 30.
We're gonna actually talk to you about our sponsor today. So I'm gonna work on this, guys. This whole mic thing. We're actually sponsored today by Great Value Water, and we wanted to talk to you a little bit about the ingredients. So it's just purified water.
Purified drinking water.
So thank you so much, Great Value, for sponsoring this video. What if I told you that
Walmart brand
Marvel
All right.
Marvel has a new show coming out, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, called What If?
Okay.
And the whole premise, and let's watch a little bit of the clip. We don't have to watch all of it, but I want to get. Have you seen the trailer?
No.
Do you know anything about this?
I know What If.
Premise?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So essentially, what it is like all the different characters, and they're kind of swapped, and it's just like this reality of what if there was another alternate timeline. Watch Loki, or universe, and Gollum. Did you see that?
The
Gollum
game trailer.
All right, go to What If. We'll talk about What If. That's a Gollum game where you just run around as Gollum the whole time from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch that yet. All right, so which trailer are we watching?
I think that one, I would guess. One? Yeah, okay. The first one. So we'll watch a little bit of it. And it's really fascinating, man.
I've not seen this yet.
Yeah, peace.
And the animation's cool.
I'd be out of a job with peace.
Cell shade. Cell shade is good.
Is that the style of animation?
Yeah.
Do we know each other?
Now, quick question. Do the actual actors do the voices for these characters?
I think some.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
I don't know 100%, but
all right, I just thought I'd ask.
It's a good question to ask. I think some of them do.
Reality. It's changeable.
Where you want to be? That's the question, isn't it?
Every universe
So you got
is different.
Black Panther as Peter Quill.
Unique.
You got Peggy as Captain Britain, I think.
Slow down a little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand. Not me. I get it.
Oh, that's Chris Hemsworth. If you can't tell, the
That
voice.
sounded like him.
Who are you?
The name's Captain Carter.
Captain Carter, not Captain Britain.
Watcher.
Captain Puerto Rico, oye.
All that transpires here. But I do not, cannot, will not interfere. I guess I have to freestyle then.
We have you outnumbered.
A Ravager never flies solo. I said never flies solo.
Is that some kind of catchphrase?
You had me worried for a second.
Journey to face the unknown and ponder the question.
What if? Right?
That don't look bad, man. I like it.
Yeah.
It looks good.
And then they show that little guy, that creature in the sky at the
Yeah.
end. So there's something happening there.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought you would appreciate the animation style. I like that. So what is that? You had a name for it?
I think it's called cell shade
Cell shade.
animation.
What is that?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's just the
It's just
art.
the
It's just
style?
the style of art, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Borderlands, which is a game.
Yep.
Yeah. That uses the same. It looks like the same, man. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, it's a
It
good
could be
guess.
something different.
You know more than I.
So now they're doing this what if.
Yes.
Okay. There was a comic book, a Deadpool comic book, which I would love for them to do. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, which I don't think they'll ever do.
By himself?
He just kills everybody by himself.
Okay.
There's
Ryan
also
Reynolds.
there's also the Punisher kills Marvel Universe.
Can Deadpool die? Is he killable?
I don't know, man.
Because I know he can heal.
He can heal from just one. He can grow back his body just from one finger. So I don't know.
I guess if you maybe fully disposed, there was not a fingernail, maybe.
I don't know. I think he can grow back. I think you'd have to kill him like the T-1000 in Terminator 2. You have to put him in liquid metal.
Yeah.
That's the only. I think that's the only way.
And in some ways, that's just keeping him trapped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. Shut up. So that's what if, man. And I think about that question all the time. I say, what if what am I gonna eat? What if I ate this? What if I ate a Popeye's chicken sandwich? I've been thinking about it all day.
What if you ate a Heath bar before this?
That's true.
This show started.
What if we had a chicken? It's just a new chicken sandwich from
chicken sandwich,
BK,
which is delicious. If
So-
you haven't tried that, go fucking get one.
Speaking of coming out, I have
Coming out, man.
something I want to. No, you no. You wanted to share about a guy who recently got out of prison.
Oh yeah, Bill Cosby.
So we're not talking about coming out, in any other type of context, but we're talking about coming out of prison.
Yeah.
Okay, coming out of prison. Bill Cosby literally. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, man. That's Bill Cosby right there. That's Bill Cosby. You just yeah, no.
The Huxtables.
He
came out of prison.
Yeah, he came out of prison. He was convicted of sexual misconduct.
Misconduct. But what's crazy is that he technically
Sexual assault conviction. Sorry.
which technically he did not commit.
No.
Or he just,
Well,
like-
he still he will not say anything. He's out of prison right now.
Right.
And he said he would do 10 more years before he admits to anything.
Wow. He's old too, man.
He's an old dude, man. He's an old guy. He's 83 years old.
He must have came to, come to
Wait,
peace
is
with
he
the fact
supposed to?
he was going to die there. How old is Bill Cosby? I mean, is that the question?
Well, it should say in here. I
look
don't
it
know.
up.
I think he's 80. Is he 83? He
How
just recently turned
old
84.
Is Bill Cosby?
Yeah, man. He's
84.
He just turned 84 because
Damn.
I remember him tweeting out something on his birthday that he.
You don't have a good Bill Cosby impression?
No, man. A lot of people do.
A lot of
man.
people do.
A lot
yeah.
of people.
Dang.
A lot of people do have a good Bill Cosby impressions, and I don't. So yeah, he was sent to jail. He was supposed to serve 3 to 10 years. I really should have read the story. I plan on reading the story throughout the whole week, and I've been busy.
I've been busy too, man.
Yeah,
it's
so,
all good. It's all good.
So just bear with us, okay?
Yes.
We will be prepared for future shows, okay?
Oh, it's just gonna get better, y'all. So if you think this is even remotely okay, then stick around because you're gonna like what's to come.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, so it says Bill Cosby was released from prison Wednesday after Pennsylvania's highest court overturned his sexual assault conviction. So technically they overturned it, meaning he is now no longer guilty of that.
Yes.
Officially, right? We don't know whether he was or not. Could still be in all actuality. Saying the disgraced actor's due process rights were violated. The stunning decision in the case of the man once known as America's Dad reverses the first high-profile celebrity criminal trial of the Me Too era. So essentially, yeah, this is a part of that Me Too movement, which they were coming down on anybody. If you
Everybody.
if you just at any point in your life, if you were like, "Hey, how are you?" Done.
Yep.
Jail. If you were just
if you had a tweet out about,
yeah, girl, it's good to see you again.
It was something.
Jail.
It was something like that. It's ridiculous.
Hey, want to go to dinner? Jail.
Yep.
Hey, can I have your number? Jail.
Yep.
Yep. But also,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of those situations that are real, and it's so if you're getting thousands of people saying any particular thing, it's like, how do you know what's legit? How do you know what's not legit? And who's determining that? So there's so many.
For instance, Harvey Weinstein. That was something that was legit.
Right.
He's
and
in
you
jail
have to
right
take
now.
every report seriously too. So
So you have to. But you know what sucks is that you get reported. All right, it ruins your life.
Right.
Like there's no going back. Like Bill Cosby's nothing. He's not gonna ever be what he was before.
Right.
I mean, he still has fans. I'm a big fan of Bill Cosby. I love the Cosby Show. That was one of my favorite shows. Still is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I didn't stop watching it. I didn't stop watching reruns or anything like that after this happened. Ghost Dad. I love Ghost Dad.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
I think a good
for me
question
anyway.
too is like, does one thing destroy the entire career? And like, some people would say yes, some people would say no.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's this guy. He wants to do another comedy tour.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, but there's some venues that won't allow him to do shows in their places. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
At 84 years old, he's
he
going
wants to
on
do
tour.
it, man. He wants to do it.
Is he married? Does he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Can you imagine like an 84-year-old?
Terrible. And he was doing a stand up while he was in prison too.
Really?
Yeah. He thinks he should be paid for
Yes.
his time in prison.
Okay.
Did you read about that?
No, I saw
me
it on the
neither.
notes here. I saw it on the notes here.
I
man.
had so many stories I wanted to read, and I apologize I haven't read them.
No, you're good. Look,
and but yeah, like he wants to be paid for his time in prison. He wants to go back on tour. It's just a whole bunch of
Negative.
stories surrounding Bill Cosby now that he's out of prison. Hey, you know
Bill
what?
Cosby was playing the game. But speaking of playing games, I just keep trying to do these transitions and they suck.
Yeah.
So that's Bill, but remember Little Bill? That was a show on Nick Jr.
Yeah.
Did you ever?
That was his show.
That was his show. Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
like a little bald black kid
Yeah.
who like, it was just all about Little Bill.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was
It was
great.
a good show. It had good music too.
It did. It had great
Yes.
music. That's the one thing I remember about it. So I saw here Netflix is planning to add video game services.
Oh my gosh.
So not only now when you're on Netflix, you're gonna have to choose between your favorite movie, but Netflix is now officially saying, "Hey, we are considering video game services." So now we talked about the Valve Steam Deck. So is Netflix gonna have the new portable gaming system called the Net Deck?
No, I hope not. Let me ask you something. You're a big Apple fan. How is
huge.
Apple Arcade doing?
I haven't tried. So what's funny is that the Apple Arcade was like predominantly like when they showed people playing Apple Arcade games, they showed them playing on the iPad.
Yeah.
So I have an iPad Pro. The thing is, you have to pay for our Apple Arcade. It's a subscription.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get it. I have like 3 free months,
Okay.
and I was gonna cash in on it, but then I was like, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I just downloaded Sky. Sky is a game. It's almost like Orbi. Remember
I don't know
Orbi?
any of those games.
You were the one who told me about Orbi. Like it's like a
Orbi?
Ordi or Ori.
Orbi. It's an Orbi.
Yeah, no, Sky is almost like it's the same style.
Okay.
Artwork wise. So I'm gonna play that. That's also available on Apple Arcade.
Okay.
What do you think about Netflix? Actually, we should say we're at the like 40-minute mark.
What do I think about the Netflix?
What do you think about Netflix game service, man?
I mean, I don't know anything about it. I didn't read anything about it.
Oh, that's it. I think that's all people know right now is that they're
Um,
looking into like being a gaming service. Do you think that's too much? Do you think
I
it's-
don't understand why. I'm okay. Let me not say that because I started streaming 2 years ago, and I'm trying to branch off into doing different things.
Right.
This
Hence
is one
this.
of them.
Hence
So,
this, yeah.
All right. You know what? Whatever. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, hey, you know what? You cut your losses.
Right.
All right. So whatever. You do your thing.
So okay, go ahead.
But your TV shows are doing fantastically.
Yep.
Your movies, your exclusive movies, Netflix movies are doing pretty damn good.
Yep.
So I guess they need a new challenge.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
They want to branch out to other spaces.
Take it away.
And can they only live in that space is the question. Like at one point Apple was only computers, right? And then they introduced in 2007, I think, they introduced the new phone. And they were like, I remember Steve Jobs being on stage saying, you have a device for your music. You have a GPS for maps.
Mm-hmm.
You have your computer for search. And then he just kept saying, he stopped and then he just said again, you have a device for music.
Mm-hmm.
You have a device. And then he's just like, these are not multiple devices. These are one device, and then they branch off into this new thing saying, hey, we're doing phones we're taking all of those things and putting it into one. Netflix in the same way is, hey, we're known for these things, but we want to offer games. And if they bring the level of quality that they bring to shows and movies, I can imagine that they would make some crazy, pretty good games.
I mean, they have the money.
They have the money, right? So the question is, can they hire the right people? Because just because you have money doesn't mean you can do it.
Yeah,
right. A lot of people have the money but suck at making games. Like
Jeff Bezos started bookstore,
right,
and now he's running everything basically, man.
Mark of the beast.
He's just running everything. So
my question is though, I would be curious to see what kind of controller.
I think the only failure that Amazon has put out there was the Fire Phone, I think. Because they had a Fire Phone.
A Fire Phone?
Yeah, it was the.
I didn't know about that.
It was the what was it? The Kindle Fire.
Oh,
but in a phone form, yeah. And
because they have this.
As far as I know, but that was the only failure because you don't see them anymore.
They have the Kindle Fires. They have Fire Sticks, but those are all used. They're not. I'm sure they're not terrible products, but yeah, Fire Phone I've never heard of. No. So that is a dupe.
So what were you saying about the controller?
What controller do they use?
They
have a Netflix controller, or because Apple just did this year where they announced, or last year, for Apple Arcade, they can now support Xbox controllers and PlayStation controllers.
Oh, that'd be the smart thing to do,
right? For Netflix,
I say you come out with your own controller. If people don't like it, you give people the option to use the controllers they're comfortable with.
Right.
Like I love the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
So I use the Xbox controller when I play PC games. I can't use a Xbox controller when I'm playing a PlayStation game. So
yeah.
I'm comfortable with all the controllers. Doesn't matter. So you give people that option.
Yeah.
They appreciate it. You're consumer friendly.
I'm most comfortable on the Xbox. Yeah. I would probably use an Xbox. All right, that makes sense. I just thought it was interesting. I thought it was weird. But they are branching out into new things.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I mentioned was getting chicken sandwiches. Maybe after this.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about it all day.
Mm-hmm.
But we said Burger King has the new chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
But you were saying something about how there was a Burger King with that they all quit. Everybody quits.
Oh yeah, man. That happened.
What happened? So did everybody actually quit?
The whole staff just decided to walk out.
Yeah, do you have a photo?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a photo up of what exactly happened. Well, not exactly what happened, but the sign they put up at this Burger King location. Burger King.
Oh man,
quit. I quit, or we quit.
It's funny because why?
Unfit working conditions. That's what it was.
What is that? Like what? Like not having the correct equipment, but like PPE, like safety.
No AC.
Oh wow. Yeah. Remember the ice cream shop we went to? We went to an ice cream shop on Friday, and they didn't have AC, and we were like,
yeah, it was.
It's a big difference.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Is Burger King owned by China? That's what someone asked. Okay.
Let me bring this up on the big screen right here. So
interesting. We all quit.
Yeah, but that's the sign they put up. They said we all quit.
Yeah. Just everyone?
Yeah, everybody quit. Public message from fed up Burger King workers to bosses goes viral. And seems like everybody's just trying to go viral nowadays. So
it's true.
A crew fed up Burger King. A fed up Burger King employees took their beef with their bosses public. I see they did that.
I like that.
Where's the damn? Give me this. Where's it at?
Give it to him.
Son of a bitch! All you Burger King workers.
Yes. Can I please?
So apparently they told everybody, all the employees, and they told all the customers that they were leaving. So
at least, hey, they had the dignity.
Yeah. So
wait, can you just?
What? Damn, you can't read that big ass sign there. Do we have to stay here and tell you? Shit.
Wait, but can you make me that Whopper real quick? I just need the one.
Can I just come in and do it myself? Because I know it's in the. You would think you would know as many Whoppers as you eat, you would know what's in it.
Yeah.
But I've worked at McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right. And when the order comes up, you're like, what the hell goes on a Big Mac? You know what's in a Big Mac, but you forget.
Could you say it right now? Like what's in it?
2 all beef patties,
All right.
special sauce,
lettuce, pickle,
onion on a sesame seed bun.
Dang,
Because of the song.
Oh yeah, like
2
the rap.
all beef patties, special sauce, checking out with all that stuff.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the little double cheeseburger. Don't forget the lettuce. Or
I don't know what that is, man.
Back to you in the studios.
Yeah. So the employees took their beef with their bosses public with a simple message on the fast food Mecca's display. And it going viral. It just says, "We all quit." And you can see that right there. The sign that says, "We all quit." The sign outside the Lincoln, Nebraska eatery said, "Sorry for the inconvenience." The message, which restaurant management had to take down on Saturday. And this is a story from July 12th. So,
like, can you imagine them like, all right, so everybody quits and then they have to like rehire a new set of people.
Mm-hmm. Well,
what is that like? Like, all right, so let me just tell you, look, we haven't really been good at providing care for our employees, but it's different now. Or under new, or they put the traditional like under new management, even though they're not. But it just makes people maybe come back. Or
I don't know what I would do in that situation. I don't think
you'd have to own it as an owner.
Here's the thing, man. People talk about getting together to walk out of jobs.
Yeah,
it happens all the time.
Right.
All right. But few people actually do it.
Right.
When it comes time to say, all right, I'm putting my whatever I'm working on, I'm putting it down, I'm walking out. We're going on strike until we get what we want.
Right.
You can talk till you're blue in the face, but unless you do something about it, stuff is gonna stay the same.
Right. And well, everybody's brave until you
start losing those paychecks.
Mike Tyson said everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you get punched in the face by not getting them paychecks, what are you gonna do?
That's it.
So
here's the question. Everyone's hiring right now. Everyone has a now hiring.
We're hiring too. So
yeah, actually, we're looking for a studio producer. So if you know,
what we really need is a fucking lighting guy.
Yeah,
a lighting and an audio dude. That's what
I told you. My friend Kevin would come but we don't need that. Listen, y'all. This is it. We're on a plastic table right now, and we're making it happen.
We are making it happen.
So in 10 years, we're going to look back and we're going to be millionaires.
We're going to laugh.
And we're going to be like, man, remember we did that first video?
Just like a lot of other people that start out on YouTube or whatever platform they're doing their videos on. They look back on their first video and they just laugh because of how terrible it looked.
Yeah.
This is how this is going to be. Yep. We're going to look back on this and we're going to say, man, look at us now.
Yeah.
Our lighting, our equipment is just top notch.
Right.
We can constantly switch out for new equipment. That's how it's gonna be.
We can hire people. I want to hire someone. I want to be on that level where like we're not even doing well. We're still on the show, but we have people in the back taking care of all the stuff, and we have a teleprompter here.
Yeah, man. I want that to be something that happens. I want it to be.
I'm with you.
I want people to come here or wherever we're at. And be jonesing to work with us.
Yeah,
man, I really love what you do. I want to work with you guys
and pay them a salary. How cool would that be? Listen,
and actually have AC like this Burger King did not have.
It's probably cooler in here than it was in that Burger King, to be honest. It feels okay.
And actually now,
right now
that we're talking, I don't know, for some reason it just because I was sweating before the show started.
Right, but you were moving around.
I was also moving around. I'm still not happy with the way lighting is, but hey, like we said,
start somewhere.
Yeah, we got to start.
Like we could just do this. We just grab our phones, go like this.
Yeah.
How's that? So listen, I have one last story.
Okay.
One last story for us today, and it's about James Gunn. James Gunn, the director of Suicide Squad, the director of
Guardians of the Galaxy.
All of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Mm-hmm. Remember the whole drama?
Who almost wasn't.
Who
got a fat payday.
Yep. He was 1, 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. And then, somebody in the Twitter mob found an old tweet from him that came up, and it was like blah, just saying, he said something that was off the cuff. And honestly, if you did that for either E or myself, there are millions of things I'm sure you could go and find.
I have a bunch of skeletons in my closet.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if you open that shit,
they're all falling out.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is that no one's perfect. And so the fact that he was fired, it was just pressure. It was social pressure, and the company Disney bowing down to them and saying like, we'll give in because everybody's putting this pressure on us. And really, to be honest, it's just a handful of people in the Twitter mob that were angry. Most people were like, dude, we can overlook that. Like, that's not it's something that obviously like you shouldn't be proud of, but like
it's so dumb that a company as big as Disney
right
is kowtown to, is that the term, kowtown to this sort of stuff. You are going to make money regardless, but you bow down to these people who just
stupid
continually try to find tweets, sound bites, stuff like that to try to bring people down.
Right. And the thing is that if I put out, I work for myself now, but if I was working for a place and I made a tweet that would made them, uncomfortable or they didn't like it, like to me, that's hey, come into my office and either you take it down or like, let's have a conversation. Why did it happen? What did you mean by it? Also, we would prefer if you take it. Like, those are all things that can happen behind the scenes. And then if he says no, then it's like, all right, we can go on to a different discussion. But anyways, all that to say, James Gunn was offered a Superman movie. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
This was a while ago, right?
It was actually before this new Suicide Squad movie. Mm-hmm. So he directed the new Suicide Squad movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
And before they started filming on that, they had offered him a Superman film, and he turned that down for Suicide Squad. Why? Better fit?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, because you have so many characters that you can use for Suicide Squad, and he
used all of them. The new Suicide Squad has every person in there, and I don't even know half of these guys.
Polka Dot Man,
Shark Boy and Lava Girl,
Killer Boy and Lava Girl. I don't remember his name. Yeah. So he uses a lot of characters in this movie.
Ridiculous. John Cena can't stand.
He's best known for doing comedy movies.
Yeah.
Superman wouldn't have been a comedy. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. The only James Gunn movies I have watched are the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Mm-hmm. I think, unless I'm forgetting one that I have seen. Mm-hmm. Let me know in the comments below what movies has James Gunn done. I mean, we could look it up, but whatever.
And then also a while ago, it was rumored that Michael B. Jordan they were looking at him to play a Superman role, which I think would be interesting because he has that like almost like what's his name, Calvin. Who's the guy who plays Superman recently?
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, he has that Superman look, that stoic chin, like defined jawline. Obviously, they're both strong, and cut up and not that sort of stuff, but like. There's a look to Superman, and if they wanted to like get a black Superman, I think Michael B. Jordan would be he has that Superman look for sure. It's almost just like this perfect looking dude. But I'm curious to know. I was curious if those were the same opportunities, like if this potential Superman movie was also the same thing that was rumored to be to have Michael B. So I don't know. I don't know if they are or not. Are these James Gunn movies?
I don't think all of them are.
Yeah.
Super was a good movie.
Okay.
If you haven't seen
So
Super,
was Scooby-Doo.
I haven't seen that one.
It's not good.
But yeah, Super has Dwight from The Office. Has him. He's the main character. He plays a hero. Watch that movie. I think it's a good movie.
Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead was the guy who just did the news zombie movie.
Dawn of the Dead was.
It's not James Gunn. It's
the new Dawn of the Dead.
It's Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The new and then Zack Snyder also did the newer one on Netflix. That's a zombie movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
I haven't seen that one yet.
In Vegas or whatever. It's good. I liked it. I have an obsession with zombie movies though.
Okay.
So yeah, let's wrap up, man.
All right.
Let's essentially, guys, thank you for watching. This is the first episode. We're gonna keep getting better as we go, but we want to let you guys know where you can find us outside of here. This is the one of many, hopefully, right?
Yeah. I need to, correct the lighting and make it to my liking. I'm never satisfied.
Yeah, it's true.
Those of you that know me from Twitch, I'm never satisfied with the things I do on Twitch, with the lighting. It's just, I'm all over the place.
This is a good format for like if we ever did want to do Twitch too.
Yeah.
Like sitting here, we have the backdrop, we
have
things. We could even have a set this up so we can see comments.
Yeah,
and stuff.
You can set it up here. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
and we
can set
just,
it up. Yeah,
we can do that sort of thing too, man. So we're just figuring it out.
We're gonna try it. We're gonna try to keep this show to an hour.
Yes.
Every time, and we're not gonna hit you with a whole bunch of. I mean, we got through these stories.
Yep.
You got the pretty much what you needed to hear about these stories. So we don't need to go on and on with these sort of stories.
Right.
Yeah, man. This is episode 1.
Let's do it. Join us for the journey.
We're gonna keep going. And this is not just gaming. This is entertainment. This is all type. We might get serious sometimes with these conversations that we have, and I'm willing to go that way. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to that spot.
Yeah. So the most important thing I would say is just like we can hear from you guys and hear what you guys are processing. So let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Let us know if there was any story that you resonated with or like you had felt some type of way about. We can argue for sure. And where can they find you outside of Tread Media?
Tread Media, you can find me on twitch.tv/treadandlightly. That's Tread and the letter N lightly, all one word. You can find me there. You can find me Tread Vod and Lightly on my YouTube channel, and Tread and Lightly on YouTube also, spelled the same way.
Yep. So someday we're gonna have
also
not to be confused.
Also Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah. You can find me on that stuff too.
Someday, potentially, we're gonna find a way to bring all of this succinctly together. Maybe the Pete perspective becomes a show, but we'll figure it out. Until then, we have our own stuff, and then we bring it together for Tread Media. So you can find him on all the Tread and Lightly stuff. This is Tread Media, and then you can find me on Instagram at Pete__Rodriguez. I have tried desperately to get just Pete Rodriguez for a very long time. And every time there's one dude who has no posts, and he doesn't post anything, and I've messaged him, I've messaged his wife. And he never. I want that handle. I want it to say Pete Rodriguez.
You're gonna have to go to what platform is this?
Instagram.
If you go to like the people at Instagram, they'll see how long he hasn't posted, and they'll probably give it to you. They'll see how much you posted.
I want to be able to say at Pete Rodriguez.
I mean, yeah, and you have a bunch of following, so I don't see why they wouldn't give it to you.
Find me on Instagram, YouTube at the Pete Perspective, and my website is Pete Design Company, and I do design work outside of this. So
I'm gonna try to keep, like I said before. Did I say that? It might have been on a record, pre-record that we were testing out. I'm gonna try to keep this as little of E from Treading Lightly as I possibly can.
I think we need more of it.
You need more of E.
Yeah, I think we need more E. To be honest, we'll talk about this more.
We're going to because
I want more E. I think
one of those.
I want the E that's like.
I try. I'm gonna try to. We'll see. Going forward, we'll check out the episodes that we do moving forward, and we'll see what happens. I mean, we don't know. So
we're gonna figure out a sign off, but until then, you can't go home.
Comment,
but you got to get the heck up out of here.
Comment down below. Let us know what we messed up on.
Yes.
Let us know what we can improve on besides the lighting and all the stuff.
Yo, your lighting's caca, man.
Well, we already know that. So
trash.
Let us know.
Audio's trash. You guys suck.
Yeah. So follow us on all our social medias.
Yeah, the person with the best diss wins nothing, but put it on there anyway.
All right.
We'll catch you guys in the next episode. See you next.
Have a good one.
Week. Bye.